What's up, everyone? Brooklyn Crawford is here. How's everyone doing? Y'all know today is Wednesday, ladies movie review night. So, I'm gonna let y'all do y'all thing, ladies. Welcome,
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 everyone.
ladies. All right, so y'all get to do y'all thing.
Welcome, everyone. This is Truth Diva, and we thank y'all for joining us for our Wednesday night movie review.
Hey, dog.
The movies that we're doing a review on is Philadelphia and Just Us.
Just cause.
Just Cause. I'm
Yes.
sorry, guys. Okay, Jazzy, you want to start off?
Right. The movie is about a lawyer that contacted HIV. He what happened was he one night went to some movie theater and was doing something in the movie theater, and that's how he got sick. That's how I'm gonna put it. That's how he got sick. Well, he was working in a big law firm, a huge law firm.
Yes.
Very big.
Yes, and the lesion started showing. So everybody was looking at him like, okay, he's sick, but what's going on? Once they found out that he had HIV, they started messing up his work. And he was a brilliant lawyer. I mean,
Yes.
top lawyer.
Once they found out that he had HIV.
And what happened was once they found out he was sick, they started messing up his work, saying that he wasn't doing a good job.
Yes.
What they wanted to do was get him out once they found out that he
Yes.
was sick.
Yes.
So he found him a lawyer. He went to quite a few lawyers
Yes, it is.
to try to get help because, they was getting rid of him because he was sick.
Yes.
Well, he got in touch with a black lawyer, which was Denzel Washington.
Hmm.
And when he told Denzel Washington that he was sick and he shook his hand, Denzel Washington, he didn't really want to touch him. But
Yeah.
back then, people weren't aware of that
Yes.
disease. So, people were afraid.
Yes.
But he did take his case. He did take his
Hmm.
case.
Yes.
And they started fighting that big law firm, that's for sure.
Yes.
And it's a great movie. It's a great movie for Plex. It is a great movie for Plex. It's a classic. It's
Yes.
a classic. It's fantastic. If you haven't seen it, look into Philadelphia. It's really
Yes.
good.
Yes.
Yes. But Jazzy, you remember he met Denzel, him and Denzel went up against each other in the
Right,
beginning.
right, right.
Yes.
You're correct. You're correct. They did. They did.
Yes. Um.
And like you said, in the early 80s, you know, it was it in the beginning, they said that the AIDS virus was only in the gay community, which was
Right.
not true.
Which was not
But
true.
the first
True.
signs that they start seeing was in the gay community. But
Yes.
there weren't the first
But
people.
Hmm.
actually, Karen, the first sign was a nun that got it.
Yes.
You remember that? Okay. You remember that was the first time they really even knew about that disease.
Yes.
It was a nun. But then they pushed it over to the gay community, which wasn't
Hmm.
true. Because anybody could have
Yeah.
gotten it.
Yes. And remember
Yes.
the law firm had a woman that was working there, but this woman came to them and told them that she was infected with the AIDS virus. But
Right.
she was
Yes.
infected through a blood transfusion.
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Yes.
And the firm got
Yes.
rid of her.
Yes, they did.
So when Tom Hank had the first lesion that was on his head,
Mm-hmm.
one of the big executives asked him what was it. So
Yes.
Tom Hanks told him that he got hit in the head with something, but the big law guy had already known because he also seen the lesions on the woman that came clean and told him that she had the virus.
True.
And they got rid of her too.
Guys, I'd like to say hi to anyone that's in the chat. How you guys doing?
Yes. Hi to everyone that's in the chat. Thank you for coming by and supporting us. And we hope you enjoy the review.
Okay.
Yes, thank you, Smart TV Kings. And
Okay.
thanks for watching.
Okay, so Karen, you can proceed.
Okay. Also, remember Denzel was very, very hesitant.
Right.
And you remember his wife was the
Yes.
one that initiated him into
Taking the case.
helping
Yes.
Tom do this.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which that shot Denzel to the top. He's one of Philadelphia's top paid lawyers now. He still works, and he's still here in Philadelphia.
Oh, fantastic!
Yes.
Yeah, because he won that was a groundbreaking. That's when they set and rule. That's when they set that law that you cannot discriminate against anyone that has the HIV virus.
Right.
True. And what I would like to add to that, I'm going to go back to the beginning and how he was doing everything he could to like cover it up.
Yes.
And then they tried to discredit him, but he was good at what he did. They even took a case that he was working on, a high profile case.
Yes.
They got rid of all his info and everything so that they could make it look like that he didn't do his job, but he was better than and more than what they was trying to portray him as. I like the movie. The movie will make you mad. Then it'll make you cry. Then it'll make you mad again. Because like when they went to trial, that high profile law firm had they big name lawyers defending him.
Yes.
And when that lady came up there, I said to myself, I wish I could punch her.
Because it did make you angry. It really
made you mad because they was dragging out all his personal life's business, putting him out there like he meant to do it, but what kept him from telling them was the jokes that they were making at the men's club, and they were in
the sauna when they was in the sauna.
And that made him that, which I don't blame him. If you know how people feeling on a certain issue, if you say something, that's going to only make it bad for you.
Right. Right.
I loved it. And I love the way that Denzel, he kind of hesitated. But like you said, his wife, if it hadn't been for his wife, he would have walked away. And another part of the movie that I liked, when he went over to visit the young man, and the young man was listening to opera, and Denzel looked at him real funny because he wanted him to go over the questioning that they were going to be questioning him the next day, but he wanted him to listen to that opera. He wanted him to feel the pain, the hurt that this woman was singing about. And the more Denzel listened, he got confused. He listened for a while and he watched him, and everything that the woman was singing about in that operatic song was identifying with him the hurt, the pain, the shame.
Right.
And Denzel excused himself, he left. Then he turned around, he went back to knock on the door, and he kept hearing that song.
Yes, but it's a great movie, but it has a lot of sad parts about it. But really cry.
One of my favorite moments was his family.
Oh yes.
The family, they held back nothing. When it came Christmas time, the sister allowed him to hold her child.
Yes.
The one brother, the oldest brother, was just devastated.
Yes.
But he stayed by his side.
He did.
Yes.
And like, it was such a beautiful, true story.
Yes, it was a true story.
It was a true story. Correct.
Very, and You remember the part when Denzel came to the hospital?
Yes.
And remember when the Tom Hanks patted his hand on the bed for him to come sit, and it took
Yeah.
him like a few seconds. He looking like, what? And then he looking at the rest of the family members. So then he came, and he sat on the bed.
Yes.
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 And it was really a beautiful and touching
Yes.
movie.
Yes,
And
it
If
was.
you don't have it on your Plex, it's a classic, and
it's a
you must
classic. It's a
have it.
must. Yes, it
Yes.
is a must.
And it shows how, regardless, we have to stand by them, support them, love them unconditionally.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
I cried off and on. At the hospital scene, I was crying. I was just,
Yeah.
it
Oh,
broke me up.
I cried when they were at the funeral,
Yes.
and
Yes.
they came back, and everybody was at the house,
Hmm.
and Denzel, I know his wife was behind that again, and she brought her daughter. Because
Yes.
remember, she had just had a brand new baby,
Hmm.
Right.
because they accepted them into their family,
Yes.
and they still are friends. The
Yes.
mom and dad passed away, but they're
Yeah.
still they still. It's a if you haven't seen it, it's a must see.
You need to watch
If
It
it.
is. It
if
really
you've seen
is.
it
And he did
and
win. He
you
did
put
win.
together, go
You
ahead.
gotta remember, after he died, he did win.
Yes,
He did win
did.
that money. Yes, he did.
Yes, he did. Every penny of it.
So it's very touching. I tell you guys, it's sad, and
Yeah.
it's really something that you may want to look into, because I think it's a great movie.
It
But
is.
his lover got most of that money. His family and his lover.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he gave a good point. He left a substantial amount for the lawyer that played Denzel Washington too,
Yeah.
Yes,
because
he-
that's what he started. That's what he started his law firm with.
yes,
And he
yeah,
also donated to
And
charity.
it takes more than 10,500 to sit there to retain that man.
yes.
Yes.
Kind of
Now,
lawyer,
now, yes.
Yes.
you know what I mean? He's a dynamite lawyer.
Yes. And my opinion about the movie, that's a must watch. And like Karen said, if you don't have it in your Plex, it's a must add to your Plex.
It
And
is.
also, the movie will make you think.
It
It'll
was
make you think.
about how you may treat people.
People, yes. Yes,
Correct.
it will.
You know, this day and age, a lot of people had to face reality, because at least one person in every family loses their life to that.
Right.
At least one.
Yep.
You know, with all the diseases that go on, you have a family member that goes through that.
I agree. I agree.
Lost a cousin to AIDS.
Right.
And my
And it-
cousin got AIDS from a blood transfusion.
Right.
Because back in the early 80s, there weren't screening blood.
Right.
But if she didn't get the blood, she would have died.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, but
but she's still here and doing great.
fantastic, fantastic,
Go
fantastic.
ahead, Chad.
But as we stated, the movie, it's a good look. It's a good look. I tell
Yes.
you, once you watch it, you will see exactly how people were treated back then.
Yes.
Well, you have to understand too, people didn't know too much about it,
I agree.
because at the time I was in the health care field. And yes, when it came time for the nurses to go into the room with somebody that had HIV or AIDS, you had people that flat out refused to go in there. You had people flat out refuse to give them treatment.
But in that movie, those doctors were fantastic.
Yes, they were. The doctors
They
was
were
awesome.
fantastic.
Awesome.
Well, I have to admit, Pennsylvania Hospital is one of our top hospitals here. And they were they were highly educated on that matter.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, a lot of people was confused and did not know. AIDS could only and HIV could only be transmitted 3 ways. If you're going in there to do personal care to them, the only way that you would catch it if you did something neglectful yourself. If
True
you
that.
went in there unprotected.
But
Yes, when they have the lesions and the lesions start oozing and everything, you know you have to go in there with a protective gown, a mask, something over your head, something on your feet, and waterproof gloves. We
yeah.
wore to our elbows.
And I'll tell you
You
another part that I liked about the movie too. Not cutting across you, Truth Diva.
know?
Um, was the part when they had the party, the
Right.
costume party,
Yes.
and Denzel had all this paper stuck on him.
Uh-huh.
He had everybody at the party laughing, trying to figure out who are you, what are you, what did you dress up like?
Right.
That was a smart move. He just put on a suit and stuck papers over.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It is such a good movie, guys. It is
Yes.
such a good
We could go on and on and on about parts of that movie, but that movie, once you turn it on,
You won't turn it off.
and once it goes off, you're gonna have tears.
Yes.
Yes. And
You're
ang-
gonna have tears
and anger.
and anger.
Correct.
Cause yes, I felt some type of way. I felt some type of way because I don't believe nobody should be discriminated against. You know, for a long time, you know, if funeral homes found out that you passed away from that disease, some of them would refuse to bury you.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Some of them still do it to this day.
I agree. I agree. But we talked about a lot about the movie. So what we're going to do now, we're going to move on to Just Cuz, a fantastic movie. Another fantastic movie. Correct, girls?
Yes.
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 Fantastic. It's also a classic.
Yes, it is.
It's also a classic. And the people that played in that movie was Sean Connery, Lawrence Fishburne,
All-star cast.
yes,
Yes.
and Blair Underwood. Fantastic movie, guys. Fantastic. It's a must for your Plex, I must say.
Hmm.
Okay, so this movie, it was in Ochapee, Florida. Correct, girls? Correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The person that the movie really moved around was Blair Underwood, because what happened was when the movie first came on, they came and arrested him. Remember that part? That was the very beginning of the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
They came and arrested him, and they were saying, his grandmother was saying, "Leave him alone. What do you guys want?" But what happened was they arrested him because they thought that he killed the 11-year-old girl.
Hmm.
Okay, so now he got arrested. They got him in that in the precinct, and they beat him. They beat him something awful.
Yes.
They beat him something awful.
Yes.
But he wound up in
And they
jail.
castrated him too.
But you have to remember, Karen, this happened before he got arrested, because what happened was he was in an Ivy League school, and a white girl asked him for a ride, and the white girl boyfriend was the cop,
Yes.
and he said that he was, doing things to her in the back of the seat, and they arrested him for that. And he spent 2 nights in jail, and that's when they castrated him. So I think that's when it messed his head up.
Yeah.
Because they castrated the man.
Whoa.
And the reason why he wound up with that lawyer, Sean Connery, is because he was trying to get that wife back. Because remember, the wife, she was an attorney also, and she told them to keep him in jail so she could try to find some information. And that's when they castrated him. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Now, mind you, he's in jail, and there's another man in jail that was a serial killer.
Yeah.
Remember that part. Okay, so them two coerced and got it together where he was able to get out, right?
Yeah.
And what the other guy wanted him to do was kill his parents once he got out. So he helped him get out. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay. So somebody else can speak now.
Yeah.
Okay. When he went to jail, what the guy said, he was scheduled for execution.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So he helped write the letter. Him and Blair Underwood, they wrote this letter
Mm-hmm.
for the lawyer, for the guy to read, because it came out the guy that was on death row set everything in motion.
Yes.
Somebody had to get out of jail because he knew he wasn't going to get out of jail for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So he told them where the murder weapon was.
Mm-hmm.
He convinced the man because he actually did the killing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Blair Underwood, he did that.
Yes, he did.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he did. He killed that little girl.
Yes, he did.
He actually killed the little girl,
Mm-hmm.
which was Larry Fishburne's daughter, best friend.
Yeah.
Right.
And she was like a daughter to him. So
Yes.
that's why he was so vicious and put the gun in Blair Underwood's mouth and beat him and all kinds of stuff because he felt like that girl was his daughter.
Right. But the Blair Underwood name was Bobby Earl.
Yes,
Remember?
Bobby Earl.
Okay.
Yes. So Sean Connery's wife was the judge on that case.
Uh-huh.
And his thing was, okay, we write this note and we have everybody believe that you was an innocent man all along.
Right.
But for you to become an innocent man, you have to do two things for me. Kill my mother and father. Blair Underwood had his own agenda, which he wanted to get back at the judge.
Yes.
For what she did to taking his life away from him.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So it was really funny when the shoe turned, because Larry Fishburne stuck to his conviction. Yo, I didn't prosecute the wrong man.
Right. Right.
I did not I did not arrest the wrong man.
He knew he had the right man.
And he knew he had the right man from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Way that they with that letter, made it, he was gonna die anyway, so he took another murder.
Yes.
But remember, they tried to get this stay of execution, but it was too late.
Sure.
Right.
But
you
when
gotta remember,
Connery went to see him, he sent him to his mom and dad house because Blair Underwood was supposed to kill the mom and dad.
Right.
So when he went to the house, he told him, he said, well, how did my mom and dad look?
Mm-hmm.
He said,
how did it smell? Yes.
He said, oh, they was fine. God was like, what? What you mean? What?
He went crazy. He went crazy.
So he got pissed. Like, what? And Carol, I'll let you do the end. Go ahead.
And after he got pissed, and he the crazy guy, the serial killer, he wanted to hear and know that they had been killed and that Bobby Earl had did him that favor.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But by Sean Connery not telling him, that just set him off, and he didn't want to go to the lecture straight in because he felt like he was cheated.
Right.
And he began to spill everything.
Mm-hmm.
Sean Connery, blah, 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 blah. And Sean Connery was thinking the whole time, I was stupid, how stupid I was, and so when he left there, he kept calling his wife, and the wife was at the hotel packing up. They were getting ready to leave. That left the little baby teddy bear.
Mm-hmm.
I call them little babies, but she was a little girl, and she said, well, we'll go back up and get it. And when she went up to go get it, that's when
Bobby
Bobby
Earl.
got him.
Yes.
And he shot them. Wasn't it the security guard he shot?
Yes.
They shot the security guard and got him and stole somebody's car. You know, and by the time Sean Connery got there, he says, "That's what you call this car?" And the black detective Fishburne, he got there. He kept telling me, he says, "That's what you call this car." He runs in, he can't find his wife. He told the bail person, "Don't let nobody touch this cart." He couldn't find his wife, and then he went down in the parking deck. And he saw all of that, and he ran back and got in the car with Fishburne, and they were talking back and forth. And then he remember that scripture the man gave him.
Yes.
11:1.
Yes. Scripture. Yes.
They went back to that swamp. I call it a swamp area.
It was a swamp area. It was.
And boy, he was looking around. Fishburne was on one side, he was on the other, telling each other, "Be careful." Gave him a gun. They looking around, trying to find it, and he saw that cabin that they first went down there, and he saw his wife through the window. He went in there trying to. She kept telling him, "Untie my mouth, untie my mouth. He's out there, he's out there." And all of a sudden, Bobby Earl come out of nowhere.
Yes, I'm telling you, it's such a good movie, guys.
It is a good movie.
It is a good movie, I tell you.
And I'll say this right here: don't look away, don't walk away, because it'll confuse you. Because in the beginning, it looks
you're gonna have to rewind it if you walk away. Yes, indeed.
You're gonna miss something. And in the beginning, it looked like Bobby Earl was so innocent, but I kept saying, something ain't right about this.
Right.
Something ain't right about this. Something is funny. And I kept watching. I said, "Oh snap! He really did do it."
Yes.
Because he was real smart. Bobby Earl was real smart. Now.
And well educated. Yes, he was. Well educated.
Accepted to an Ivy League college. Of course, he was smart.
You know, and he did all his research on Sean Connery.
Yes, he did. He knew everything about him.
Yes,
everything.
He knew everything about his wife. He knew everything. Like they were sellies, and everybody that they felt did them wrong.
Yeah,
they went after.
Yes, and Karen, remember, and George, remember, the serial killer told Sean Connery that I can touch you anywhere, even if I am behind these walls.
Yes, it's a drama, and it's also
thriller.
A thriller.
Yes.
So it's combined.
Yes.
And you'd be like, oh, I'm telling you, because it's really that good.
It is.
It's a classic, but I guess most people haven't seen it, but it would be great to watch and put on your Plex, I tell you. Those two movies, that we're reviewing today will be a good look for you guys.
Yes. I give that one a thumbs up. It will captivate you, and you won't want to move out of that spot. You'll keep your eyes on it.
Yes.
You know, but at the end of it, they fight, they struggle. He stabs Sean. Then Sean gets the knife back and stabs him about 4 or 5 times. They fall in the water. They're struggling and fighting. He stabs Fishburne, and the alligators. Y'all remember the alligator?
Yeah, that alligator ate Billy.
Bobby Earl.
Bobby. How could I forget Bobby? Bobby. He ate him. Yo, I've never, I thought I seen all of Larry Fishburne movies. That's one I overlooked, and that's one I missed.
Yes. And it is good. It is good.
Yes.
I tell you, it's a thumbs up for me. What about for y'all?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Hey, Miss Linda.
Thumbs up.
Miss Linda has joined us.
Hello, Linda.
I think she's
having problems with her microphone.
Oh, okay. But as we stated, both movies are fantastic movies. So next we're going to do Queen Sugar, because the new episode would be on
The 24th.
Which
It'll
is
be
today.
it'll be the
Queen
24th today.
They don't come on. They don't come on this
Hello.
week.
No, it comes on the day.
It
Yeah.
comes on today.
It
Yeah.
skipped a day. Miss
Yeah, that's
Linda,
what I thought.
Miss Linda,
Hello.
Hi,
Yes.
Linda. How are you?
I can hear you,
I
Linda.
guess I'm okay.
Great.
Finally.
But yeah, because they skipped last week or the week before they skipped
Last week.
Last
Right.
week they had me
Mute,
pissed.
mute all
killed.
your phones.
They are. They are.
and so that's why the new one is coming on today. So you guys can watch that new one. The other one would be on at 8:00, and the new one would be on at 9. So we all can watch it and review it next week. Everybody can take a look at it today, and we can review it next week.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So as we were stating, both of the movies are classics, and they're great movies to watch, and also for your Plex.
Yes, they are.
Yes.
So the two movies for this evening were Just Cause and Philadelphia. If you haven't watched them, hey, go ahead and watch them because they are amazing movies. They are a must-have for your Plex, and they are real good.
Very good.
Yeah, they
And
were.
remember to join Brooklyn and the First Ladies on Sunday for our book review. And Carol, you can give them the book that we're reviewing.
The book that we are doing is Olivia Oatman. It's a true story.
Yes.
You've got mail.
It'll tell about her whole life story. It ain't but 49 pages long. You can get it on Amazon on your Kindle. So hey, if you love reading, grab that book and come and join us on Sunday.
Correct. Correct.
All right, I got something to say before y'all end the show.
Okay.
You know, I want to thank everybody for all the support they've been showing us. You know, we really appreciate it. And if anyone interested in the service, they can join our Telegram group. You know, all the information will be over there, and we can explain everything over there. You know, and I appreciate if y'all subscribe to our YouTube pages. Smack those thumbs up. You know, so ladies, y'all finished?
Yes.
One more thing, Brooklyn.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, and I'd like to invite everybody to go over to Brooklyn Cord Cutters channel, subscribe, like, and share the video because we're doing a giveaway. And we got a set number. We need 500 subscribers for our first giveaway. So y'all come on and support us so we can do our first giveaway.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yes, I would like to thank everybody for their support and encouragement. We thank you.
Thank you guys so much. We appreciate you.
All right, then on that note, y'all know my motto, just ask Brooklyn. Until the next video, y'all, Brooklyn Cord Cutters. Out.
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 Good night.
Oh,
Good night.
good night.